To Mandan, and joining me is Matt Shannondor to fill us in on what's on the upcoming schedule. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
You all rested up from the week?
I am.
All right, let's go back. Before we look ahead, I want to look back. You said great attendance for the rodeo, art in the park, everything, the parade, everything was well attended last weekend.
Yeah, it was a well attended 4th of July holiday. You know, we were looking at that weather a little bit coming in, and the heat kind of came on the 3rd, but people were still out at art in the park, and the rodeo had its attendance and stuff like that, and so it was one of the traditional Mandan 4th of July holidays. Everyone was out. The parade route was packed with people for the parade on the 4th, and the 4th of July road race had record numbers, almost 700 runners in the race this year. So yeah, it was a great 4th of July holiday.
So did you place in the road race?
I did not place because I did not run it. I was actually facilitating it.
There you go.
I probably would have placed in the 50 to 60 range placement.
There you go. You know, somebody's got to be in charge at these events.
Exactly.
And Matt Shannondor was the person to do that. All right, let's look ahead now. One of the first events coming up is Chalk Fest, and that's coming up at the library.
Yeah, that kicks off on Sunday the 13th out there, and that's with the Morton Mandan Public Library. They're putting on Chalk Fest, and that's the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. A great event. I think this is their 3rd annual Chalk Fest that's going to be happening, and you register at the library and you get a actual cement piece that's yours to decorate and draw out, and then those will be on display next week.
I see. So is it basically designed for kids, or is it anybody?
Anyone who is an artist that wants to come out and be part of it, you can just check in with the Morton Mandan Public Library on Sunday, and you'll get assigned your square that you get to decorate. There's a few rules that go along with it. One of the rules I saw in there that you have to actually cover your entire square with your design. And then during the summer concert series next week, Monday through Thursday, guests will be able to come out and see all those great designs that are going to be there on the sidewalk in Dykeshorn Park.
It's not some big heavy chunk of cement, though, is it? It's you know, you're not going to be lugging that thing around.
No. It's going to be on the sidewalks, and a lot of people, you know, it's funny when we do Chalk Fest. You know, people start when they come into the park, they don't want to walk on the sidewalks because they're like, oh, I got to see it. So
don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, so they're trying to navigate around the different designs on the sidewalks.
Okay, another event, we're going to talk much more about it in our next segment, but that is the Lions Heart Gravel Classic. That's coming up this weekend, and that's going to be something that we're going to touch on coming up here. Sarah's going to have a guest on that, so we're going to move past that. You've got, this being midsummer, a lot of recreational activities that are offered that are there all the time, but we are in the heart of summer. Now is the time that people wait all winter for, so it's time to get out there and enjoy those kind of things.
4th of July is kind of that peak of the summer, and so after the 4th, people start getting out there, and now that all the events are over with and things like that, and we're at the height of summer, it's time to get out there and start seeing what those recreational activities are, getting out there and just enjoying the outdoor nature, which is in full swing now.
Yeah. We'll talk about the hiking opportunities that people have.
Yeah, you know, Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park is a premier state park just south of Mandan, and they have about 10 miles of hiking and biking multi-use trails out there. You can actually do horseback riding in the park as well as part of the activities that they offer, and it's just a great opportunity to get out there and explore the kind of the scenic value of Mandan and that Missouri River area.
Okay, let's talk about kayaking. There are a couple of really good opportunities here. One of them I think is fairly new, but let's talk about Harmon Lake first of all.
Harmon Lake up there north of Mandan. They've got different groups that do kayaks out there on the river, on the lake. Perfect opportunity if you're a kind of a newbie at it. It's not a really big lake.
Exactly.
You can get out there and try some of those.
I've done it several times. Yeah,
very comfortable. And then great mountain biking up there as well. So if you want to get out there and do that. And then at Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park, they just opened a kayak drop there. That is right on the Missouri. So if you're coming down from Cross Ranch or from the Bismarck side of the river and you need a place to kind of pull in, there's a nice new spot there at Fort Abraham Lincoln to offload your kayak there as well.
And that was made possible by an anonymous donor, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. A donation to the state parks, and it's been very active. I've talked with with Eric Dietrich out there, the park manager, and it's been a very active and a very well received feature in the park now.
Cool. All right, we're under 30 seconds. Anything you want to highlight beyond what we've talked about? Or?
I think at this point, people just need to get out there and start enjoying outdoor. It's not going to be here very much.
That's right.
It goes by quick. So.
According to Heidi, summer's over after the 4th of July. Matt, thank you so much. I know you need to get some rest because it has been from buggies and blues to the 4th of July. Lots been going on. So thank you for taking time and informing us.
Yes,
we appreciate it.